All right, everybody ready? So we're gonna start standing at the tops of our mats. So we'll go ahead. Find our way up. And we'll start in a nice neutral. Heels underneath the hips. Looking down. We'll take a minute here. We'll kind of warm up the soles of the feet. We'll warm up the toes. We want to take a minute. Maybe as we inhale, we'll lift up the toes up off the mat and spreading them out, we'll place them down one at a time. And we'll do that a couple times. So we're just kind of rocking back on our heels. We'll lift up the toes, spread them out, and then starting with the pinky toes, we'll kind of let them fan down like little gecko pads. And we'll place them down. And one more time, inhaling up, spreading out the toes. As we exhale, we'll let the eyes close. We'll let the toes come back down. And we'll find Tadasana. Palms begin to roll out. So shoulder blades can seat back and down. And we'll start to connect with our breath. So beginning to build this inhalation from the belly, rising up into the chest. So maybe even taking one hand to the lower belly, maybe both hands, maybe one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. And we'll begin to inhale, filling the belly and then feeling the chest fill with air as the belly is full. Inhaling all the way out. And start to connect with Ujjayi breath, that ocean sound. And with this next exhalation, we'll release the hands down. We'll start to connect with our breath. So beginning to add a little movement, we'll start with some shoulder rolls. So connecting inhalations, full breath. Dragging shoulder blades up towards the ears. And exhale, big broad chest rolling back and down. And we'll continue this movement. So just inhale, rolling, releasing shoulder complex forward. And exhale, sending them back and down towards our heels. And a couple more rounds. Inhale, dragging up. We can even exaggerate this, peeling fingertips all the way up towards the shoulders. And exhale, opening up, wiggling the fingertips as we come down. 2 more rounds. And inhaling, lift. And exhale, release. And 1 more round. And we'll start to add a little more movement. Inhale, rolling up through the shoulder blades. Exhale, releasing back and down. And at the bottom of the breath, hands catch center line. Inhaling, upward salute. And exhale, hinging from the hips, swan diving forward. And continuing with the movement. Inhale, releasing the crown of the head, rolling and ragdolling up through the spine. And releasing back and down. Again, inhaling, upward salute. And exhale, fold. 1 round here, inhaling, halfway lift, hands catch shins, nice flat tabletop. And exhale, release. With the inhalation, ragdolling up. And exhale, releasing shoulders. And a big inhale, lift. Exhale, swan diving forward. And this time we're going to take 3 rounds to halfway lift. So inhale, hands to the shins. Lengthening the heels and the hamstrings. And exhale, fold. 2 more rounds. Inhale, halfway up. And exhaling, fold. And 1 more time, big round, halfway lift. And this time as we exhale, we're going to bend the knees, planting the palms, and we'll start to tiptoe and step the feet back to plank. We'll take 5 deep breaths here. And we can keep it, keep a little movement here. So if you'd like to pedal out the heels, pressing into one hamstring, slide it over to the other one. 3 more deep breaths. Continuing just to pedal out the heels, but we want to start to engage the core, building a little heat. So peeling belly button in and up towards the spine. 2 more deep breaths. And on the next inhalation, finding nice stillness. And exhale, we'll take it through. Elbows spin in. And big inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, rolling over the toes. Lift the hips. 5 deep breaths. And downward facing dog. So again, soft knees here. Soft hips, letting the belly rest on the upper thighs. First down dog of the day. And again, we can keep a little movement if you'd like to pedal the heels. Rocking the hips, rotating from side to side. 2 more deep breaths. And with the next inhalation, catching a 3-legged dog. Right toes lift, pointing up towards the sky. 1 round here. Exhale, rounding the spine, knee to nose. And big inhale, lift. Press that heel up towards the sky. And exhale, we'll gently step right foot forward towards the front of the mat, followed by the left forward fold. And head hangs heavy. Inhale, ragdolling up, vertebra by vertebra. And releasing shoulder blades at the top of the breath. Catching upward salute. Inhaling, lift. And exhale, fold all the way down. 1 round here. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, grounding the palms. Left foot steps back, followed by the right. 3 deep breaths in plank. So in our planks, we're going to start to build a little more strength. We're pressing back with our heels. Woo! Pressing back, kind of loading up some tension in the hamstrings. And tucking tailbone under, scooping belly in and up. And exhale, chaturanga. Elbows squeeze past the ribs. And big inhale, lift. Exhaling, rolling over the toes, lift the hips, 3 deep breaths, downward facing dog. And 1 more deep breath in. And with the next inhalation, left toes this time, kick it up, 3-legged dog. 1 deep breath in. And exhale, knee to nose, rounding through the spine. And inhaling, lift. Exhale, left foot steps forward, followed by the right, forward fold. And we're going to catch a reverse swan dive. Big inhale. Sweeping up. Exhale, hands to chest, sitting back in our chair. Utkatasana. 3 nice deep breaths. So if we notice in our Utkatasana, we want to send hips back. We don't want to rock too far over the toes of the knees. So if we send the hips back, we should be able to look down and see our toes. Big chest, so rib cage is going to lift up and away from the knees. And then we're going to tuck tailbone under. Good. 1 more deep breath in. Big inhale, upward salute, lift the hips. And exhale, hinging from the hips, swan diving forward. And we'll take it through. Inhale, halfway lift. And ground the palms, stepping the feet back to plank. 1 nice deep breath in. And exhale, we'll take it through. Inhale, lift. Down dog, rolling over the toes. 1 nice deep breath in. Inhale, 3-legged dog, right toes up. 3 rounds this time. Exhale, knee to nose. Right through center line. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Exhaling, squeeze. And big inhale up. Last one, exhale, right knee to nose. And inhale, we're going to lift that foot. Bend the knee, we're going to lift it up and open, rolling towards the ceiling. Exhale, high lunge. We're going to close those hips. We're going to step that right foot forward. Planting the heel. So before we inhale up, we're going to walk the hands back towards the hips so we can line up this knee right on top of the ankle. Back leg. Whoosh. Pressing back, and big inhale, flat back. Sweeping up, 5 nice deep breaths here. So we're doing a couple things. With this front knee, we want some depth. So we want to feel our crease of the hip, whoosh, pull back. That rear leg, We want as much lift out of the hips as possible. So engage the quad, lift, lift, lift. One more deep breath in. Exhale, we're gonna fold forward. The left hand's gonna plant to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, a little twist. Right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, we're gonna hug the leg. So right hand is gonna come down, rounding and catch underneath the hamstring. Inhale, lift it up. 2 more rounds, exhaling, squeeze. One more time, inhale, big lift. And exhale, we're gonna plant that right hand. Step the right foot back, option to keep it lifted, and we'll take it through. Inhaling up. And exhale, roll over the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. One nice deep breath in. And we'll switch sides. Inhale, left toes up. 3 rounds, exhale, knee to nose, left knee to nose. Inhaling up. 2 more rounds, exhale, squeeze, engage the core, building some heat. Inhale, lift. Then last one, exhale, knee to nose. And then we're gonna roll those hips open, inhale, lift. Bend the left knee. Roll the hips up and open. And one nice deep breath. Exhaling, close the hips, left foot forward. High lunge. Left knee on top of the ankle. Fingertips back so we can reach the chest forward, away from that back heel. Inhaling up. You're gonna have 5 nice deep breaths in here. Hands can stay to prayer. If we'd like, we can begin to reach them up, feeling that spine, that rib cage lengthen. All attention back here on that right knee, right quad. Lift. 2 more deep breaths. As we exhale, right hand is going to fold forward, catching to the inside of the left foot, little twist. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, hug the leg. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift. And exhale, squeeze. One more time, inhaling, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, plant the left palm. Send the left foot back, option to keep it lifted, and we'll take it through. And roll right over the toes, lift the hips. 1 nice deep breath in. And with a big inhalation, looking forward, exhale, we're gonna walk, or we can hop. Feet to the front of the mat. 3 deep breaths, forward fold. And with the next inhalation, big breath, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. And releasing shoulders, top of the mat. 3 nice deep breaths. Tucking tailbone here. Even though this is a standing, kind of a resting posture, we can keep things engaged. A little engagement in the quads, lower belly, in and up. Energy centered right around the belly button. And inhale, sweeping up, upward salute. Exhaling, Utkatasana, hands to prayer, sitting back in our chair. And we're gonna set up for a little twist. So 2 options. Back of the right wrist tucks into the left knee. Left hand to the chest, and inhale, follow the line of the elbow, sweeping up. Or if we want to take a deeper twist, elbow, right elbow, left knee. 3 nice deep breaths here. Keeping the hips low, we're gonna release that twist. Inhale, hands back to center line, and exhale, we'll switch. Left elbow, right knee. Bringing palms to prayer. Thumbs to the sternum, rotating up through the chest. 2 more deep breaths. And inhale, release the twist, lift the hips, and exhale, swan diving forward all the way down. 1 round here, inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale, ground the palms, stepping or floating those feet back to plank. 3 nice deep breaths in. Quads engaged, lifting up through the backs of the legs. 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, we'll take it through. exhale, down dog, rolling over the toes. One deep breath here. Inhale, right toes up. And exhale, right foot forward, high lunge. Big inhale, sweeping up, and we're gonna find ourselves right down into our twist once we've found our base. Hands to prayer. Left elbow, right knee. Grounding through the palms, lifting chest up to meet the thumbs. 2 nice deep breaths. And inhaling, releasing the twist. Fingertips to the sky. Releasing hands here. We're going to release and interlace fingers behind the back. 3 nice deep breaths. Big inhale, engaging the triceps, rolling shoulders open. Chest turns up towards the sky. And 1 round, exhale. Right shoulder to the top of the knee. Inhaling, lift. Releasing fingertips, fingertips to the sky, and catching standing splits. Hands pivot to the floor. Dragging left heel up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold, heels together. One side down, inhaling halfway. And ground the palms, sending the feet back to plank. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, we'll take it through. Rolling over the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, left toes to the sky. And exhaling, high lunge. Big inhale, lift. Finding our base, pressing back to that right heel, hands to prayer, we'll catch our twist. Right elbow, left knee. Two more deep breaths here. Lifting chest up to meet the thumbs. And inhale, releasing twist, fingertips to the sky. And big exhale, releasing shoulders back and down. Interlacing fingertips. Inhale, engage triceps, lifting chest. And exhale, fold 1 round, left shoulder to the knee. Inhaling, lift. Releasing hands. And pivoting over the hips. Standing splits. Right heel lifts to the sky. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold. 3 big belly breaths. And nice deep belly breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the palms, walk or float the feet back. 3 nice deep breaths in plank. And exhale, we'll slowly take it through. Inhale, lift, and hips back towards the heels. 5 deep breaths. Extended child. And the next inhalation, sitting up on the heels. I'll show you where we're going. So we're going to break down our side planks a little bit because we're going to throw that in to our flow and tag it in with a little something we did last week with stepping that twisted Utkatasana back and front, alternating between our twisted high lunge. So we're going to add a little side plank into that today. So we'll start with the kind of level 1 side plank. And if this is where we're at, that's totally fine. Everybody needs to be somewhere at every day. So depending on how our low back feels, how our sides feel, our hips, knees, listen to our body. So to find this first layer of our side plank, we're going to, and I will end up facing away from you so you can see what's going on with my leg a little better. So we'll all start in our nice tabletop. So shoulders are on top of the wrist, hips on top of the knees. And we're gonna take that left foot and leaving the knee where it is, we're gonna pivot the foot out at a 45-degree angle. So foot's at 90, pivot out to 45. From here, our right foot is gonna step back and we're creating 3 points of contact on the mat in one straight line. So my left wrist, my left knee, and my right foot, if I drew a line between them, it'd be a nice straight line. From here, I'm gonna press my hips forward towards my belly button, lining up my spine. Last option is fingertips up towards the sky. Now, this is a great place to be in our side plank because we can get all of the benefits. So I'll show you the other side just so you can see. So as we're pressing the hips forward, the trick here is not to let the belly spill out. So even though I'm pressing hips, I'm dragging my belly button in and up underneath my rib cage. That's going to help protect all the organs in the low back here in our side plank. And then lifting and rotating a peeling chest up. And we have some options here. You know, you can roll out your shoulder blade. Option here is a little bit of hip engagement. Ooh, a little lift and get that glute action going. So this is side plank level 1. So we're going to do this once more all together on each side. So I'll face forward now. You guys can roll with me. We're going to go hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, right foot. Let's swivel and pivot that right foot out. And let's step left foot back. Notice I have a nice straight line. Boom, 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 all 3 points. Pressing hips forward. Inhaling, lifting those left fingertips up towards the sky. And we're going to take 5 deep belly breaths in. So pressing hips forward. So I'm stacking my hips. And nice little cue is let's take our left pointer finger and let's find our belly button. Ooh, inhale, squeezing in and up. Engaging the core. The more you engage, the more you'll get out of this. If you just hang out here and you're not working, you're not going to gain anything. So pulling in. 2 more deep breaths. And 1 more big belly breath in. Exhale, left hand's going to come back down to center. And we're going to bring left knee back, swiveling left foot open, right foot steps back, immediately switching sides. So pressing hips forward. Inhale, lifting left, right fingertips. And 5 nice deep breaths in. Hip stack, option, little cue, finger to the belly button, pulling that whole carriage in and up. Two more deep breaths. And last deep breath in. Exhale, palm comes back down to center. And we're going to come back into our neutral tabletop. We're going to take some big barrel rolls. So I like to imagine that we're on the inside of a barrel. And we're going to trace my spine all the way around. So it's just a nice full range of motion, getting the hips and shoulders involved. It's a nice little reset. And we'll take a couple circles one way. And a couple circles moving in the opposite direction. All right. So that was side plank level 1. If that's where we're at today, repeat that as we do level 2s. If you want to give it a shot, go for it. If you know where you're going, you know where you're going. So for side plank 2, we're going to start in our plank. So I'll do this front on so we can see. So shoulders, my shoulders are stacked right on top of my wrist. I'm pressing back through my heels so I can engage my quads. And then I'm going to lift up onto the tips of my toes. If you look underneath me, you see I'm balancing all the way up on the tips. And I'm going to roll my heels over to the right. So I'm pressing into that pinky toe side of my right foot. Left foot stacks right on top. Big inhale. Again, I'm stacking hips by pressing forward and I'm lifting my heart. From here, belly engages. Now, a couple little things to note. I always want a little micro bend in my right arm, my standing arm. So if you're one of those people who tends to hyperextend, this will be a little more difficult for you to focus on. 2 more deep breaths. And we're going to slowly return that left hand to the mat, rolling up on the tips of my toes. And we're going to switch. Inhale, lifts, rolling open to the left foot, stacking right on top of the left and pressing hips forward. Inhaling up, 3 nice deep breaths. And exhale, that right hand comes back down, knees to the mat, 1 circle each direction. All right, so side plank 1, side plank 2. We're gonna add the fun little variation to see if we can flow with this, and then we'll get back standing and moving. So the trick of this one is moving slow and play with the balance. If you wobble out the first couple times, totally cool. Try to wobble right back in the way you came. So we're gonna find our side plank, and we're gonna practice with lifting that top foot, the foot that's not on the ground. So I got, again, hands on top of shoulders, tucking toes, reaching back. I'm gonna roll open on my right foot. From here, level 1, it's beginning to lift this foot, nice big star position. We can play with a couple things. So you can find your tree, and this is a good place to be because for our little flow, we wanna find our peace fingers, and we're gonna find our big toe. This is gonna guide us. So if you're one of those really flexible yogis and you can extend up and it looks really pretty, I'm not that guy. But we're gonna take my foot, I'm gonna put it up on my right hand, and look, I'm in high lunge. Boom. So breaking that down, there's 2 things that happen. My hand is guiding my foot where to go, and we just have to get it close. The last little thing that'll help, I'm gonna do it one more time. Look at what's happening with my back foot while I plant the other foot. I'm rolling up onto my toes again for my high lunge. So plank, side plank, inhaling lift. I'm gonna bring hand to foot. All right, now everybody look at my back foot. I'm gonna rotate, and I'm up on my toes. Inhaling up, high lunge. So we're gonna do that on the other side if you did that with me. We'll do it all together. So let's come to plank, and we're gonna find the one time each side, just to practice. We're gonna tuck the toes, lift the hips. We're gonna roll over onto our right foot. Left foot stacks on top. Inhale, lift that hand, and we're gonna find our peace fingers, and we're just gonna reach down and we're gonna find our left foot. Looking forward at where our hands are. I'm gonna take my foot, I'm gonna reach, plant, roll up, and then let's all inhale up to our high lunge. And we'll take 3 nice deep breaths here. And we're gonna go back. So hands come down, right hand to the mat. My left hand can stay up on my knee for now. I'm gonna rotate back to a side plank. So looking way back at my rear foot, first step, I'm gonna roll that foot open, and notice what I'm doing with my front knee. I'm kind of opening it up like a book. So center, open. So that helps me rotate my hips to where I need to be. So I'm gonna roll back, and then from here, just step, because you're already in the right position, and we'll come back. Nice neutral plank, we'll switch sides. Left foot down, left side plank. Inhale, fingertips lift. Right hand's gonna catch the right foot. I'm looking forward, and plant. Good. If you need to adjust a little bit, that's all right. Inhaling up, high lunge, 3 nice deep breaths, and we'll practice rotating back. Ooh. And one more deep breath in. So left hand is gonna plant down. Nice straight line between my left hand and my left foot. Right hand to the knee, I'm gonna fold it open like a book as I rotate onto my back foot, my back. razor edge of the foot. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Sliding back, side plank, and back to center. We'll tuck the toes, lift the hips high, down dog. And big inhale, looking forward in between the hands. Exhale, we'll walk or hop the feet. Up to the front of the mat, forward fold. 3 nice deep breaths. Head hangs heavy. Nice soft knees. Letting belly rest on the upper thighs. 1 more deep breath in our forward fold. And inhale, ragdolling up. Vertebra by vertebra, rolling up through the shoulders. And we'll find our way top of the mat. Tadasana. Alright, we're going to add that into our flow. So, getting ready, we'll start with 3 big shoulder rolls. So inhale, peeling shoulder blades up, releasing that shoulder complex, and exhale, rolling back and down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, peeling open. And 1 more round. Inhale, rolling up through the spine. Exhale, releasing shoulder blades, nice broad collarbones, and catching an upward salute. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Utkatasana, hands to heart, sitting back in our chair. And we're going to rotate open, right elbow to our left knee. So we'll take our twist. Sitting back into the hips. The lower we sink into our hips, the easier this twist becomes. 2 nice deep breaths. Option, inhale. Sweeping fingertips away from center line. 1 nice deep breath in. And exhale, closing hands to prayer. Gaze turns down towards the left foot. We're going to shift the weight into the left heel. Lifting right foot, we're going to slide it back. Twisted high lunge. Inhale, nice deep breath in, rotating to the spine. And on the next inhalation, sweeping up. And exhale, rolling open. Warrior 2. So hips are now going to face the right side of the room. Left knee still right in line with the body. And 3 rounds. Inhale, reversing warrior. Left fingertips lift. And exhale, extended side angle. Rolling through the spine. Elbow to the thigh. Peeling out. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. And 1 more round. Big inhale back. And exhale, here we go to our side plank. We're going to windmill the arms. Right hand down to the inside of the left foot. We're going to roll that foot open, pressing open through the hips. And wiggle and step that foot back. 3 nice deep breaths, side plank. And 1 more deep breath in. The left hand is going to catch back down. And we'll take it through, elbows to the ribs. Inhale, lift. And exhale, rolling over the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. And big inhale, left toes lift. Exhale, step the foot forward, back to our high lunge, left leg up, inhaling lift. Now we're going to find our twist. Exhale, hands to prayer, right elbow, left knee. We're just going to prepare to step up to our twisted Utkatasana. So gaze turning forward. We're going to shift the weight and slide the tops of our right toes. And gently plant. 2 nice deep breaths in. And inhale, release the twist. And exhale, we're going to switch sides. So left elbow, right knee. Sitting low in the hips. 2 nice deep breaths. Turning gaze down towards the right foot. We're going to shift the weight. Left heel lifts and step. Twisted high lunge. 1 nice deep breath in. Option, inhale. Sweeping fingertips up and open. Nice deep belly breath. And exhale, hands come back to prayer. Inhale, release the twist. Fingertips to the sky. And rolling open, warrior 2. Back heel plants. Left knee, right knee, excuse me, still right where it was. 3 rounds, inhale, lift. Right fingertips up. And extended side angle, elbow to thigh. 2 more, inhaling up. And exhale, fold. And last one, big inhale, lift. Moving to our side planks, exhale, windmill the arms. Left hand inside of the right foot. All right, I'm gonna roll open the books of my hips. Planting the back foot and slide to side plank. 3 nice deep breaths in. Lower belly's engaged. Pull it in. And 1 more big breath. Right hand coming back down to plank. And we'll take it through. And roll over the toes. Lift the hips, down dog. 1 nice deep breath in. Right toes lift, inhaling up. Stepping forward, high lunge. Big inhale up, fingertips to the sky. And we'll find our twist. And we're gonna bookend this by stepping up to our twisted Utkatasana, turning gaze down, shifting the weight forward, sliding on the tops of our left toes. We'll sink low in the hips. 2 nice deep breaths. And inhale up, releasing the twist, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, swan diving forward. 3 nice deep breaths, forward fold. And big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground the palms. Plant the heels. Plant the palms, heels of the hands, and we'll step back. Taking it through, nice deep breath. And roll over the toes, lift the hips, down dog. With a big inhalation, left toes lift. And we'll bend the knee. Rotating hips up and open, nice deep belly breath in. And exhale, we're gonna find our high lunge, close the hips, left foot forward. Big breath, inhaling up. So we're just gonna go from high lunge, back to side plank, and back up. 1 time each side to kind of solidify this. So inhale, fingertips lift. Exhale, right hand is gonna plant down inside of the foot. Left hand to the knee. Push the book open. We're gonna roll back onto our right foot. Stepping back. 1 nice deep breath in here. And left hand catches left foot. And we're gonna guide that left foot, closing the hips, back up to our high lunge. Inhale, lift. And good. From here, we're just gonna spin back on that left heel. We're gonna find a wide-legged forward fold. Hands to the hips. Big inhalation and exhale. Letting the hips eat our fingertips, folding forward all the way down. And 1 more deep breath in. And we're just gonna keep turning the same way we were. So we're gonna turn our right toes out. And we're gonna walk the hands around. We're gonna find high lunge on the other side. Big inhale, lift. And exhale. We're gonna plant the palms. We're gonna pick up that right foot, send it back, nice and easy. We'll roll the hips open just to mirror this on the other side. And exhale, we'll put it right back where it was. High lunge, right leg forward. Inhaling, lift, woo. Little wobble. And 1 time, back to side plank, back up to our high lunge. So big inhale, fingertips lift, focusing on the left hand. We're gonna fold forward. Right hand to the knee, rolling open the book, planting my left foot, and we'll step it back. Nice, deep breath in. Peace fingers find the right foot. And we're gonna pivot back up, plant, and we'll up on those back toes. Inhale, big breath. And we're gonna lift the hips back to our wide-legged forward fold. 5 nice deep breaths. Option here, we can take peace fingers to our big toe, using the shoulders and the arms to pull a little deeper into our hamstrings. You can also walk your hands underneath your face. And slowly releasing the hands, rolling up to the spine. We're going to take a slightly more narrow, wide-legged forward fold. It wouldn't be one of my classes if we didn't do some little aspect of handstands. So we're going to build this from our wide-legged forward fold. If you just want to hang out in your forward fold, opening up those hips and hams, great. Little exercise we're going to be doing here are rocking the weight forward into the hands and then back into the feet. Forward in the hands, back into the feet. So what this will start working on is our handstand presses. So pressing from our forward fold up into handstands. So I'll do this from this angle and then I'll turn so you can kind of see what's happening. So I'm in my forward fold, knees are slightly bent. Palms. Palms are going to be, as I fold forward, right underneath my gaze. Now, if hip and hamstring flexibility is a bit of an issue, this is much easier if you move the hands maybe an inch further away from your feet, so you're lengthening your base out. If you're too close, we don't have enough room to move. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna inhale up onto the fingertips. So I'm up on my fingertips. And then exhale, I'm gonna plant the palms, and I'm gonna press up onto the tips of my toes and rock my weight forward. And we're gonna hold, building strength, and then press back. So from the side, this will make a little more sense. So I'm rocking my weight forward and back over the center line of the body. So folding over the hips. And this gets much easier as we add the breath. So inhaling up onto my fingertips, exhale, pressing down into my palms, rolling forward, and then sinking back into the hips. So this rock is tiring. We're building a lot of strength in the shoulders and in the lats and in kind of the spinous erectus muscles down along our upper spine. So we're gonna practice this couple rounds, squeeze, and then relax. This is feel a little tiring because it is. So we're gonna inhale, use the breath, it's a nice flat back, this definitely helps. And exhale, plant, come up on the tips of the toes, hold, and then plant it down. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, pressing forward, lifting the hips, and then back. And one more round, inhaling, halfway lift, and exhale, plant the palms, up onto the toes and hold. Good. So where we can graduate from here as we get more comfortable, let's see if I got one good one in me today. So we're gonna rock, and as we rock, we're gonna keep moving forward until our feet will lift. So moving with the breath again. Exhale, rocking forward, and a little hop. And we'll just work there. Moving forward again. Maybe a little longer one. And then if we get a really good one, might be able to stack the hips all the way up on top of the shoulders. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, rolling. Oh, almost. Just missed it. All right. So we're gonna make our way down to seated. I'm gonna try one more just because that was close, and I want to see if I can show you guys where this will eventually go. Not today, maybe next Thursday. All right, so coming to seated, we're gonna get down and we're gonna get into the hips. We're gonna start to cool off a little bit. So same thing, same place we started last week. We're gonna find our double pigeon. So if you haven't done this one, we're gonna use the front edge of our mat. So using the straight lines of our mat, we're using a lot of 90-degree angles here. We're gonna start with our right leg. And we're gonna plant Right leg down, parallel with the front edge of the mat. And we're gonna flex the ankle so that my heel of my foot is along this plane and my shin is along this perpendicular plane. So two perpendicular lines put together. And then I'm gonna take my left leg up and cross it on top. Now everybody, when we first do this, the tendency is to kind of sit in a more relaxed position where my feet are close together and my knees are on the outside. So I'm like, this doesn't feel so bad. This is great. I could hang out here all day. Well, we want to squeeze it together just a little bit. So knees are gonna squeeze. So I'm stacking ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. So the soles of my feet kind of spill over. And if I'm looking down, I can't see my knee at all. I'm seeing just the sole of my foot. Both feet are flexed, so they're on these like parallel ski lines. And then I'm gonna roll the hips forward, inhale it up nice and tall, and we're gonna start working our top knee down. So we can do this a couple ways. We can gently rock forward and back. Maybe we can take some big circles. Now, if this is, everybody's hips move a little different. If this isn't really comfortable for you, a lot of times we see this. And this is where your knee's gonna stay. That's okay if we're here. If you have blocks, if you elevate the hips, it could be some pillows, it could be a bolster, it could be hips. If you elevate hips above the knees, this will immediately get easier. We can also put a block underneath the knee, so you have a little more support. So doing what will work for our bodies, because every body is different. Every body and every body is different. But we're gonna take a few nice deep breaths in here, working this knee down. My kind of tool of choice is the big circles rolling around the clock. And I like to imagine that I am on a big clock, and that at a certain point, I might feel an alarm go off. Like, hey, maybe it's 6:30, time to wake up. Okay, maybe it's 10:45. Wherever it is, if you feel something that lights you up a little bit, go ahead and hang out there. Take a nice deep breath in. Maybe takes a little gentle pulsings, hit it from one angle, then work around towards the other side. We'll take 2 more deep breaths. And big inhale all the way back to center. And we're gonna fold out, walking ourselves down on top of our shins, reaching those fingertips out as far as they'll go. And then exhale, let the shoulders release. Three more deep breaths. And on the inhalations, walking ourselves up, and we'll switch sides. So gently peeling the left shin off the right, and we'll plant left leg down. Right shin is gonna cross on top. Again, we're looking for 2 parallel lines with our shins, and 2 parallel lines with the soles of our feet just spilling over the tops of our knees. Inhaling up nice and tall. And again, we can sit on blocks, bolsters. We'll just start to apply a little pressure here. Maybe rocking forward and back. We can find our big circles. Dealer's choice. And we'll just let the eyes close, and we'll connect back with our breath. And we'll take 5 big belly breaths here. And again, if you notice anything that lights you up a little more than anywhere else, go ahead and focus on that area a little bit. Take a breath in, roll around. If everywhere's lighting you up, even better, means you're perfect right where you're at. And you can just roll around and hit it all. And 2 more deep breaths. Inhaling back up to center. Nice tall spine, reach out to the crown of the head. Exhale, folding forward, walking it out. Two more deep breaths. With the next inhalation, walking ourselves up. We'll gently unravel the legs. We're going to slide forward on the mat, catching our knees, rolling back. We give ourselves a nice big squeeze, hugging the knees up into the chest. Now we're going to go ahead and release the left leg all the way up, keeping the foot flexed, pressing heel away, quads engaged. And we're going to find a half happy baby with our right knee. So we're going to take a second and we're going to roll this right knee open. And then we're going to begin to point the sole of the foot up towards the sky. So I want to reach up with my right hand. So right hand to right foot. Arm is on the inside of the knee. And I'm going to thread and find the outside of the foot. And then from here, we want to lean back and let our shoulder blades make contact with the floor. Now, if this is a little tight on the groin, we could bend that extended leg. But we're going to keep our right foot, right heel pointed up towards the sky. And we're going to take our right shoulder blade, pull it back into its pocket, draw it back down. Opening up inside of that right groin. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths. And exhale, slowly releasing right leg, extending out. We'll hug left knee up into the chest. Couple big circles. And finding half happy baby other side. So left sole of the foot up towards the sky. Threading my left arm inside of the knee. Hand catches the pinky toe side of the foot. And then again, I'm going to try to take my shoulder and plant it back on the earth. So I can keep that leg extended if it's available. Stretch it out the groin or planting the foot. Yogi's choice. 3 nice deep breaths in. And exhale, slowly releasing the foot. We'll plant both heels. We'll take a moment, gently windshield wipering the knees. And the last thing we're going to hit before finding a little Shavasana is a nice easy twist. So heels will plant. I'm going to take my right leg and pick it up, cross it on top of left. So I'm squeezing these together, squeezing inner thighs in. I'm going to take my hips, I'm going to pick them up and I'm going to bump my right hip a couple inches over to the right, just offsetting my hips from my spine. Arms open up, taking up some nice big space. And exhale, letting both knees gently fall to the left. So as my knees fall to the left with my right leg on top, I'll turn my gaze and my head over my right shoulder. So right shoulder wants to stay planted and connected down onto the mat. If this is a little much of a twist on the low back, you can just uncross the legs. Same posture. Two more deep breaths. the next inhalation, drawing knees up towards center. Hips back in line. Pick up left leg, cross it on top of the right. Inner thighs squeeze together. I'm going to bump my hips over to the left. Knees fall towards the right. And gaze turns up and over my left shoulder. And again, if this is too much of a twist, to keep that shoulder down on the mat, uncross the legs. And we'll take 5 deep belly breaths. And on the next inhalation, bring your knees back up through center. And we'll hug the knees up to the chest. One last time, nice big squeeze. And as we exhale, extending legs out. Palms will turn up next to the hips. And we'll close our eyes, gently working our way down into Shavasana. A few minutes here, letting the body rest. Letting the nervous system decompress. We can choose to watch the breath here, or we can begin to just let the breath return to its natural patterns. Gently bringing movement back into the body. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle the toes. And we're going to get up by just gently rolling over onto our right hand side. And then pressing up to a seated position.